Shloka 156, Shloka 156, Upadesha Sastri, chapter 18. The consciousness or Sakshi is unchanging, and the light of Sakshi or light of the self, which is awareness, is reflected in intellect in the form of Chidabhasa. So Sakshi doesn't undergo any changes. Whereas when the intellect pursues an object, let's say intellect pursues a flower, is it similar to Sakshi Chidabhasa reflecting on the intellect? That means intellect doesn't undergo any changes, and the flower is seen in the reflection, or intellect also undergoes changes. You understand? The Sakshi is unchanging reality. Sakshi, the light of Sakshi, light of self, which is awareness, falls on the intellect, and intellect becomes conscious. There's no change which has happened in the Sakshi or the witness. But intellect is now become conscious, has become conscious. And intellect perceives a flower. Okay. Is it similar to, again, one more reflection? Intellect doesn't undergo any changes and sees the flower.
It's independent intellect.
No, I'm saying Sakshi doesn't undergo any changes in reflecting light on that. Whether intellect also doesn't undergo any changes and perceives the flower, or intellect also undergoes changes in perception, undergoes changes. This is the question. Okay. So there's a difference between the Sakshi illuminating the intellect and intellect illuminating object. In case of intellect illuminating object, the light from the intellect pervades the object. That means there's intellect undergoes changes. Whereas the Sakshi doesn't undergo any changes. Okay. So there is a sequencing in case of intellect. First, intellect pervades the sense organs. Then awareness from sense organs pervades the object. So there's a modification which is happening in intellect when the object is pursued. The modification in the intellect is in the form of thoughts. No such modification happens in the case of the witness, Sakshi. Do you understand the difference in the perception? In the perception of the object, the intellect also undergoes changes in the form of thoughts. Whereas Sakshi never undergoes any change. Sakshi is the light. So how we are saying a vessel, a pot is kept under the light in the light of the lamp. A pot is kept in the near the lamp. We can see the pot. Now what to say? The pot is in light. We'll say the pot is in light. Is it correct sentence? The pot is appearing in light. Same thing happens in intellect. When the flower is seen by the intellect, flower is seen in the light of the intellect. Okay. In this process, the light from the intellect has gone modification in the form of thought. That doesn't happen in the case of the witness Sakshi. The perception from the intellect involves the mind, sense organs, and object, which are all changing. In the process, the intellect is also undergoing changing in perceiving an object. Whereas Sakshi never undergoes any changes. Sakshi or the witness, Atma, is unchanging reality. So there are two types of perception, two types of illumination. First illumination, where Sakshi doesn't undergo any changes and illuminates the intellect. Second second or rather perception, in the in the perception object, intellect undergoes changes to perceive the objects in the world. Right? So Sakshi doesn't undergo in changes and intellect undergoes changes. That's the difference between these two. Okay?